Have you ever looked at a Hollywood legend and thought, wait, is that really them? Some of these stars transformed so dramatically that even lifelong fans could barely recognize their faces. From shocking plastic surgery and devastating accidents to incredible weight loss and heartbreaking health battles, these unbelievable makeovers changed their lives forever. Stay until the end, because the last transformation might leave you completely speechless. Number 1. Jennifer Grey. In 1987, Jennifer Grey danced into movie history as Frances "Baby" Houseman in Dirty Dancing. With her wild curls, unmistakable nose, and electric chemistry with Patrick Swayze, she did not look like another perfectly manufactured Hollywood doll. She looked real, unforgettable, and completely alive. The film became a worldwide sensation, and Grey appeared destined for superstardom. But just as Hollywood opened its golden doors, her life took a darker turn that no romantic movie ending could erase. Shortly before the film's release, Grey was involved in a devastating car crash in Northern Ireland while traveling with Matthew Broderick. 2 women in the other vehicle were killed, and Grey later admitted that the tragedy continued to haunt her for decades. Then came a decision that seemed simple at the time. She underwent rhinoplasty, followed by a second corrective operation. The result was technically successful, but professionally disastrous. Her new face was so different that even people who knew her reportedly failed to recognize her. Grey later described the experience as losing her identity in plain sight. She entered surgery as one of Hollywood's most recognizable young actresses and emerged looking like a stranger wearing her name. The cruel irony was almost cinematic. The very feature she had been encouraged to change was the feature that made audiences remember her. Hollywood demanded perfection, then seemed to forget her once she achieved it. Jennifer Grey did not simply change her nose. In the eyes of the industry, she accidentally erased the face of Baby. Number 2. Mickey Rourke. Before Hollywood knew him for his battered face, Mickey Rourke was one of the most magnetic leading men of the 1980s. With unforgettable performances in films like 9½ Weeks and Angel Heart, he had the rugged charm, rebellious attitude, and movie star charisma that studios desperately wanted. Many believed he was on the path to becoming one of the biggest actors of his generation. Then, at the height of his fame, Rourke made a decision that stunned Hollywood. He walked away from acting and stepped into the brutal world of professional boxing, unaware that every punch would slowly destroy the face that had made him famous. Years inside the ring left Rourke with a shattered nose, a fractured cheekbone, and countless facial injuries. To repair the damage, he underwent multiple reconstructive surgeries, but things did not go as planned. Rourke later admitted that he chose the wrong surgeon, turning what should have been reconstruction into another painful setback. He revealed that he had broken his nose twice, endured 5 nose surgeries, and another operation on his cheekbone. The transformation was so dramatic that fans struggled to believe the man on screen was the same Hollywood heartthrob they once admired. Yet the story refused to end in tragedy. While many only saw a face that looked completely different, Rourke fought his way back to the spotlight through sheer determination. His astonishing performance in The Wrestler earned widespread critical acclaim and reminded audiences that true talent survives long after youthful looks disappear. His face may never resemble the one that once filled magazine covers, but every scar tells the story of a man who gambled everything, paid an enormous price, and somehow found his way back when almost everyone believed his career was over. Number 3. Courtney Cox. For millions of fans, Courtney Cox will always be Monica Geller from Friends, the sharp, funny perfectionist whose smile became one of television's most recognizable faces. After conquering sitcom history, she successfully reinvented herself in the Scream franchise and Cougar Town, proving she was far more than just one iconic character. But as the years passed, something else began making headlines. Instead of talking about her performances, people became obsessed with one question: what had happened to Courtney Cox's face? When she appeared at several public events during the mid-2000s, viewers immediately noticed fuller cheeks, smoother skin, and facial features that looked dramatically different from the woman they had watched for years. Rumors exploded across Hollywood, with many believing cosmetic procedures had changed her appearance beyond recognition. Unlike many celebrities who remained silent, Cox later spoke with remarkable honesty. She admitted that she had experimented with filler injections because she wanted to keep up with the pressure of looking young in an industry that rarely forgives aging. Looking back, Cox confessed that the process happened so gradually, she did not realize how far it had gone until she saw herself through other people's eyes. She eventually dissolved the fillers and embraced a far more natural appearance, saying she finally felt like herself again. It was a rare Hollywood confession, not about chasing perfection, but about learning that sometimes the hardest role is accepting the face staring back in the mirror. In a world obsessed with eternal youth, Courtney Cox discovered that authenticity could be far more beautiful than perfection. If you could go back in time, would you change one thing about your appearance? Type yes or no in the comments. We're curious to see what everyone thinks. Number 4. Zac Efron. Few stars have experienced a rise as explosive as Zac Efron. After High School Musical turned him into the biggest teen idol on the planet, he successfully escaped the Disney image with films like The Greatest Showman, Neighbors, and Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil and Vile. Handsome, athletic, and effortlessly charismatic Efron seemed to have everything. Then, almost overnight, a single video sent the internet into complete chaos. Fans stared at the screen, convinced they were looking at an entirely different person. When Zac appeared in a promotional video in 2021, social media erupted with accusations that he had secretly undergone extensive plastic surgery. His jaw looked much broader, his face appeared heavier, and wild theories spread across the internet within hours. Memes flooded every platform, while tabloids declared that another Hollywood heartthrob had ruined his face. But the truth turned out to be far more painful than the rumors. Efron later revealed that the dramatic change was caused by a serious accident at home. After slipping while running in socks, he slammed his chin into the corner of a granite fountain, shattering his jaw and requiring reconstructive surgery. During recovery, the facial muscles worked differently, naturally, altering the shape of his face. Instead of sympathy, Zac found himself forced to defend his appearance against endless speculation. He admitted he was largely unaware of the online frenzy until his mother called to ask if he had really undergone plastic surgery. A man recovering from a devastating injury became the target of worldwide ridicule simply because his face no longer matched the version people remembered. Behind the headlines was not vanity or cosmetic obsession, but a painful reminder that sometimes the biggest Hollywood scandal begins with a rumor that couldn't have been more wrong. Number 5. Melanie Griffith. Long before she became an Oscar nominee for Working Girl, Melanie Griffith was already Hollywood royalty as the daughter of legendary actress Tippi Hedren. With her unmistakable voice, radiant smile, and fearless performances, she built a career that many actresses could only dream of. But behind the glamour was a frightening chapter that sounded more like a horror movie than real life. A single incident left permanent scars on her face and changed the way she would see herself forever. While filming Roar in 1977, Griffith was attacked by a lion suffering severe facial injuries that required more than 50 stitches. Although she recovered and continued acting, the trauma never truly disappeared. As the years passed, she turned to cosmetic procedures in an effort to preserve her youthful appearance. Fuller lips, smoother skin, and a dramatically altered face soon became the focus of public attention. Critics were ruthless, and instead of celebrating her remarkable career, headlines mocked the very appearance she had tried so hard to improve. Unlike many celebrities who refused to address the rumors, Griffith spoke with disarming honesty. She admitted that she had gone too far with cosmetic enhancements and revealed that she did not realize how different she looked until people began asking, "What have you done to your face?" Hurt by the criticism, she sought another doctor to reverse as many procedures as possible. It became one of Hollywood's most heartbreaking lessons. The actress who survived a lion attack ultimately found herself fighting a very different battle, one against impossible beauty standards that no one can ever truly satisfy. Number 6. Renee Zellweger. When Bridget Jones first stumbled onto the big screen, Renee Zellweger became one of Hollywood's most beloved actresses almost overnight. From Jerry Maguire to Cold Mountain and the Bridget Jones films, she proved she could master romance comedy and drama with equal brilliance. Her expressive eyes and distinctive face made her instantly recognizable. Then, after stepping away from Hollywood for several years, she returned to the spotlight, looking so different that even photographers hesitated before calling out her name. Her appearance at the 2014 Elle Women in Hollywood event sparked one of the biggest celebrity debates of the decade. Headlines questioned whether she had undergone extensive plastic surgery, while social media exploded with side-by-side comparisons claiming she had become almost unrecognizable. The speculation spread so quickly that it nearly overshadowed her successful acting career. Yet Zellweger firmly rejected the rumors. She explained that the biggest change in her life was not cosmetic surgery, but finally slowing down after years of exhaustion, embracing a healthier lifestyle, and finding genuine happiness away from the relentless pressure of Hollywood. Renee later recalled overhearing people discussing her appearance in public as if she were invisible. Instead of fighting every rumor, she chose to focus on her own well-being and refused to let public opinion define her. Whether her transformation came from lifestyle changes, aging, or something more, one thing remained undeniable. Behind the headlines was still the same Oscar-winning actress whose talent had never changed, even if millions believed her face had. Number 7. Priscilla Presley. For decades, Priscilla Presley was admired not only as Elvis Presley's former wife, but also as a successful actress and businesswoman who protected the legacy of the king of rock and roll. Whether audiences remembered her from Dallas or the Naked Gun films, her elegant beauty seemed almost untouched by time. Then, as the years passed, fans began noticing dramatic changes to her face. The woman once celebrated for her timeless appearance suddenly looked almost impossible to recognize, and rumors spread faster than ever. Unlike many Hollywood stories fueled only by speculation, Priscilla's transformation had a shocking, real-life explanation. She became one of several victims treated by Daniel Serrano, a man posing as a cosmetic specialist who promised expensive European silicone injections. Investigators later revealed the substance was actually industrial-grade silicone, illegally imported from Argentina, not a medical product approved for cosmetic use. The unauthorized injections caused serious complications and permanently altered the contours of her cheeks, lips, and eyes. Serrano was eventually prosecuted and sentenced to prison, but by then, the damage had already been done. Priscilla rarely let the painful experience define her public life, continuing to appear at events and oversee Elvis Presley's legacy with remarkable grace. Yet her story remains one of Hollywood's most disturbing beauty tragedies. It was not vanity alone that changed her appearance, but misplaced trust in someone who never should have been allowed near a patient. In an industry obsessed with looking younger, Priscilla Presley became a heartbreaking reminder that chasing perfection can sometimes leave scars far deeper than anyone ever expected. Number 8. Blac Chyna. Blac Chyna built her fame by embracing an image that demanded attention. From modeling and music videos to reality television and business ventures, she became one of the most talked about women on social media. Her dramatic curves, sculpted face, and glamorous appearance turned her into a beauty icon for millions. But years later, the same look that once made her famous became something she no longer wanted to see in the mirror. Then she made a decision that shocked Hollywood in an entirely different way. Instead of adding more cosmetic procedures, she chose to undo them. In 2023, Chyna publicly documented the process of reversing many of her cosmetic enhancements. She first dissolved the fillers in her cheeks and jawline before reducing her breast implants and removing the silicone injections she had received in her buttocks at just 19 years old. Throughout the journey, she admitted she had grown tired of the artificial image she had created. She openly warned young women against injecting silicone, calling the procedure dangerous and something she deeply regretted. It was an unusually honest confession in an industry where celebrities often hide the truth behind carefully edited photos. Perhaps the most powerful part of her transformation was not physical at all. Chyna explained that she wanted to become Angela White again, the woman she was before fame, pressure, and unrealistic beauty standards took over her life. Instead of chasing perfection, she began chasing peace. The internet had watched her transform into a larger-than-life celebrity, but millions were even more surprised to watch her willingly leave that image behind. Number 9. Rebel Wilson. For years, Rebel Wilson was known as the woman who could steal an entire movie with a single line. Her unforgettable role as Fat Amy in the Pitch Perfect franchise made her one of Hollywood's biggest comedy stars, and audiences loved her fearless confidence just as much as her sharp sense of humor. But after dominating the comedy world for nearly a decade, Wilson announced something no one expected. She was about to begin what she called her year of health, a journey that would completely transform both her body and her life. In early 2020, Rebel committed herself to changing old habits that had followed her for years. Working closely with a personal trainer, she adopted a healthier lifestyle built around regular exercise and a high-protein diet rather than extreme crash plans. Month after month, fans watched the transformation unfold through her social media updates. By the end of the year, she had lost around 80 pounds, or roughly 36 kilograms, leaving many people stunned by how dramatically different she looked. The internet was flooded with before and after photos, with some struggling to believe they were looking at the same actress. But Wilson repeatedly reminded people that the biggest victory was never the number on the scale. She explained that she wanted to improve her health, increase her energy, and build a better future for herself rather than satisfy Hollywood's impossible beauty standards. Ironically, after becoming famous for playing the funny sidekick, Rebel's most inspiring performance happened away from the cameras. Her transformation was not the result of cosmetic surgery or miracle treatments. It was the product of disciplined patience and the courage to rewrite her own story on her own terms. Number 10. Khloe Kardashian. When Keeping Up with the Kardashians first aired, she was known as the outspoken, funny sister who never hesitated to say exactly what was on her mind. As the Kardashian empire grew into a global phenomenon, Khloe built successful businesses, launched her fashion brand, Good American, and became a celebrity in her own right. But over time, another topic began overshadowing her achievements. Millions of people became fixated on one question: how had her face changed so much? As new photos appeared online, fans noticed sharper facial features, a slimmer nose, smoother skin, and an overall appearance that looked strikingly different from her early television days. Every new image fueled another wave of speculation, with social media users insisting she had undergone countless cosmetic procedures. For years, Khloe remained at the center of those rumors. During the Keeping Up with the Kardashians reunion in 2021, she finally addressed the endless debate, explaining that she had undergone one nose job, while acknowledging that photo filters had also played a role in how people perceived her appearance. Perhaps the most revealing part of Khloe's story is the pressure she has faced throughout her life. She has often spoken about being compared to her sisters and living under constant public scrutiny, where every photograph becomes a headline and every wrinkle becomes a controversy. Whether people admire her transformation or criticize it, one thing is undeniable. Khloe Kardashian has spent years living in a world where changing your face can dominate the conversation far more than building an empire, and that may be the most astonishing transformation of all. Number 11. Meg Ryan. There was a time when Meg Ryan was known as America's sweetheart. Her warm smile, effortless charm, and unforgettable performances in classics like When Harry Met Sally, Sleepless in Seattle, and You've Got Mail made her the undisputed queen of romantic comedies. She seemed to represent the perfect Hollywood leading lady, someone audiences instantly trusted and adored. But as the years passed, the spotlight shifted away from her remarkable career and onto something far more controversial. Fans began asking what had happened to the face they once knew so well. By the mid-2000s, Meg's public appearances sparked endless speculation. Fuller cheeks, smoother skin, and noticeably different facial features led many to believe she had undergone extensive cosmetic procedures. Magazine covers and entertainment shows focused almost entirely on her changing appearance, often ignoring the decades of iconic performances that had made her a household name. Although Ryan has never publicly confirmed or denied having plastic surgery, cosmetic surgeons interviewed by the media suggested that fillers, a possible facelift, Botox, and even rhinoplasty could explain the dramatic differences seen over the years. None of those opinions, however, have ever been verified by Ryan herself. What makes Meg Ryan's story so bittersweet is how quickly Hollywood can rewrite a legend's legacy. Instead of celebrating one of the greatest romantic comedy actresses of all time, countless headlines reduced her to endless before and after comparisons. Yet her unforgettable films continue to inspire new generations, proving that true stardom is measured by performances, not photographs. Faces may change with time, but the magic Meg Ryan created on screen remains exactly as audiences remember it. Number 12. Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer was once the definition of a Hollywood leading man. From Top Gun and Willow to his unforgettable portrayal of Jim Morrison, in The Doors, he built a career that combined striking looks with extraordinary talent. His powerful screen presence made him one of the biggest stars of the late 1980s and early 1990s. Then, almost without warning, fans noticed him becoming thinner and more fragile. Rumors spread across Hollywood that something was terribly wrong, but very few people knew the painful truth behind his changing appearance. In 2014, Kilmer's dramatic weight loss sparked concern, although he initially explained that he had slimmed down to portray Mark Twain in an upcoming project. Soon afterward, however, his health became impossible to hide. He was hospitalized, and reports emerged that doctors were testing him for throat cancer. By the following year, Kilmer was seen wearing a tracheostomy tube after undergoing intensive treatment. The disease permanently affected his voice, forcing him to communicate in entirely different ways. Despite losing the powerful voice that had defined so many iconic performances, Kilmer refused to let illness erase his passion for acting. His return as Iceman in Top Gun: Maverick became one of the film's most emotional moments, not because of special effects or action scenes, but because audiences witnessed a real Hollywood legend confronting his greatest challenge with extraordinary courage. His appearance had changed forever, but his determination, talent, and legacy remained untouched, proving that true stars shine brightest when life becomes its hardest battle. Number 13. Lil' Kim. Few female rappers have ever dominated pop culture the way Lil' Kim did. Rising to fame in the 1990s with Junior MAFIA, before launching a hugely successful solo career, she became a global icon through hits like Crush on You No Time and Lady Marmalade. Her fearless fashion, glamorous image, and larger-than-life personality made her impossible to ignore. At the height of her career, Lil' Kim seemed untouchable. But as the years passed, fans became increasingly distracted by something other than her music. With every new public appearance, her face looked more different than the last, leaving many people wondering what had happened to one of hip-hop's most recognizable stars. Unlike many celebrities who never addressed the rumors, Lil' Kim admitted that her first nose surgery was not about vanity. However, her appearance continued to change over the following years, fueling constant speculation that she had undergone additional cosmetic procedures. Plastic surgeons interviewed by the media suggested she may have received fillers, facial contouring, and other enhancements, while many observers also believed she had dramatically lightened her skin tone. Although much of that speculation has never been confirmed by Kim herself, the conversations surrounding her appearance often overshadowed her remarkable career. Behind the endless before and after photos was a woman who had survived abuse, overwhelming public scrutiny, and years of impossible beauty standards. Instead of being remembered only as one of the most influential female rappers of her generation, Lil' Kim often found herself becoming the center of discussions about her changing face. Whether people admire her choices or question them, her story reveals the hidden cost of fame in an industry where every wrinkle, every scar, and every transformation becomes worldwide entertainment. Which transformation shocked you the most so far? Drop the celebrity's name in the comments, and let's see whose incredible change leaves everyone speechless. Number 14. Anjelica Huston. Anjelica Huston was never just another Hollywood beauty. As the daughter of legendary director John Huston, she carved out her own remarkable career with unforgettable performances in films like Prizzi's Honor, The Addams Family, and The Witches. Her elegant features and commanding screen presence made her one of the industry's most distinctive actresses. But as the years passed, fans began noticing a face that looked increasingly different, sparking endless speculation that cosmetic procedures had dramatically altered her appearance. The rumors reached their peak after several public appearances, where her fuller facial features became impossible to ignore. Unlike many celebrities who avoided the subject completely, Huston addressed the conversation with refreshing honesty. She admitted that she had considered cosmetic surgery, particularly around her neck, but ultimately decided against taking that path because she believed one procedure would only lead to another. While speculation has never fully disappeared, Huston's story stands apart from many others on this list. Rather than chasing an impossible standard of youth at any cost, she chose to accept the passage of time, proving that confidence can sometimes be the boldest transformation of all. Number 15. Tori Spelling. Tori Spelling grew up in front of the cameras and became a television icon through her role as Donna Martin in Beverly Hills 90210. As the daughter of legendary producer Aaron Spelling, she lived a life many dreamed of, surrounded by fame, fortune, and endless opportunities. Yet decades later, people were no longer talking about her acting career. Instead, every public appearance sparked a new wave of headlines questioning how dramatically her face had changed. Unlike many celebrities who deny everything, Spelling has openly admitted to having a nose job and breast augmentation. She has also spoken about trying newer skin rejuvenation treatments, while speculation about additional cosmetic procedures has continued to follow her for years. Whether the changes came from surgery, cosmetic treatments, or simply the natural effects of aging, her story highlights the relentless pressure placed on women in Hollywood. For Tori, Spelling the greatest transformation was not becoming famous. It was discovering that in Hollywood, staying recognizable can sometimes be even harder than becoming a star in the first place.